So I put 2 pancakes tomorrow. Should I grab them? Is there anyone who needs a vegan one?
Tasha needs a vegan one. I need a vegan one. I think Luca in the shop.
Okay.
And when we took you to that like farm area where the horses, we were so upset.
Oh, ein Moment.
Einen Moment bitte.
One moment. We wish you all the best, and we love
Which they're using in Ukraine right now.
Deeply. From the bottom of our
you. Yeah, from the bottom of our hearts, we love you.
Guten Tag. Hello, wie geht's? And we're here to celebrate Stephanie and Karin and to share all the love and good wishes and all the happy memories we have with you.
I am now older than my
We
father.
wish you only the best. It's German, probably. And we really love you from the bottom of our hearts.
Yes, and even we will share our flip-flops with you.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
So, dear Karin, dear Stephanie, wishing you all the best for the next decades. Thank you so much for the invitation here. We enjoy very much to see all the family, and we are glad to be here. Yeah, and we never forget to shake our hairs for you and for everybody in the world.
Also from my side, all the best for you, Stephanie, and also for you, Karin. Thank you very much that I can be here as a family member. It was very nice to hear it yesterday. So thank you very much. I'm very proud of it, and the time was really great until now, and I will be glad to see you again in another time, in another place maybe, or on this place. So take care about you, and you're healthy. All the best, also from my side.
Schon wieder Geburtstag, ne? Okay.
Finally. And of course, we are missing some people that is not anymore with us. But I think that they will be probably looking at us and feeling happy about having us all here together. Like many years ago in Nespelkamp, like many years ago in Baltrum, like many years ago in many other places.
Yeah, here's a toast for Tante Karin and Stephanie. Happy birthday, many more years of happiness. Okay, dear Stephanie, dear Karen, happy birthday. We wish you all the best. Yeah, good luck, have fun, and it's so great that we are celebrating here in Florida with you. This is the best present, I think, and we are also happy with this.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Have fun. Good luck. Axel Lau.
Cow.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karin. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Stephanie. Happy birthday to you. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, baby, let it shine. He's got my mama and my father in his hands. He's got my mama and my father in his hands. He's got my mama and my father in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got you and my brother in his hands. He's got you and my brother in his hands. He's got you and my brother in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hand. Oh, and the saints go marching in. Oh, and the saints go marching in. Spann den Wagen an, denn der Wind bringt Regen übers Land. Hol die goldenen Garben, hol die goldenen Garben, hey ho. Spann den Wagen an, denn der Wind treibt Regen übers Land, hey ho. Spann den Wagen an, denn der Wind treibt Regen übers Land. Hol die goldenen Garben, hol die goldenen Garben, hey ho. Spann den Wagen an, denn der Wind treibt Regen übers Land. Hol die goldenen Garben, hol die goldenen Garben, hey ho. Spann den Wagen an, wenn der Wind treibt Regen übers Land. Hol die goldenen Garben, hol die goldenen Garben, hey ho.
So right now we're just gonna enjoy an amazing meal of your liking, have all your drinks, and then we'll kind of continue after that. So have at it. It's the American way. For the Germans, we love a buffet.
I could never do that.
I know. Mine goes right out the other side.
is shrimp sauce with horseradish vinegar.
What is 80? 80 is 80 trips around the sun. 80 is 960 months. 80 is 4,160 weeks. 80 is 29,200 days, or approximately 42 million minutes. Wow. 80 years is a lot of life lived, and all of us have been lucky enough to share in these 80 years. I could speak all day on the memories I have of my life with my mom, but since today is about birthdays, my favorite memory was always the anticipation of the famous homemade German Black Forest cherry cake, made with so much love from my mom. Ironically, what is missing today is the famous Black Forest cherry cake. In spite of all the modern technologies of the world, gluten-free does not come in Black Forest cherry cake. But the good news is we have 4 alternatives, which are all gluten-free, and they look fabulous, but they are not Mother's wonderful, wonderful Black Forest cherry cake. So let us all raise a glass to Karin Drury, my mother, an incredible lady who took such great care of her family. So here's to many more trips around the sun. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karins. Happy birthday to you.
I am a Toastmaster, but I will not bore you with a boring speech today. I will have Maria and Alfonso and their son Juan from Madrid. Heidi, who made me an aunt at age 12, and I refused to be called Tante Karin, and I was just Karin.
Schwester Karin.
Yeah, so she made me an aunt. Peter followed, and he's here with his 2 sons, Simon and Sam. No. Oh, I got it all wrong again. From Virginia Beach. Heidi's husband, Steve, is here. Oh, wonderful. She could have married a kind of man. Here is Stephanie, my sister Christiana's daughter. And her son Jeffrey.
My brother, Jeffrey.
New York. Stephanie moved recently to Maine. She lived in New Jersey, in Rumson, New Jersey for a long time. Eva. She's here from Munich. Yes. She's my sister Gudrun Uber's daughter.
And you were my patentante.
And I'm her godmother. I was 18 when she was born, and I held her at the baptism.
Yes.
And we've been friends. Here is Ulrich. Ulrich is from the Munich area. He's my sister Artrude's second son. They have a son, both Martin, who is in Nuremberg, and he's here with his friend Maren, and with his 2 beautiful daughters, Chiara and Luca. And Chiara and Luca and the other sister too came to visit us when they were about this size, and they were put on an airplane in Munich. I picked them up in Fort Myers, and they spent several weeks with us. My brother Jochen from Hamburg, he is brother child number 6 of 8, and I'm the 8th. He does not speak English, so you may practice your German on him. And he is from Hamburg, and his children are here. And there is Gunnar. Where's Gunnar? Gunnar is his 4th son. Then there is Katrin, and who else is here from Hamburg? Katrin and her husband, Ronald, and there is Gunnar and his wife, Linda, and their beautiful little daughter, Jella. They were here last year, and Jella decided she likes to come to the beach again in Englewood, right? So they're here this year. Then we have the beautiful daughter, Lucy, here. She is the daughter of Donald Yes, Katrin from Gestach, which is outside of Hamburg. And she is a junior in high school. She'll be graduating next year. And I love to see her, beautiful. And I've known all these people since they were tiny. Then we have friend Krista, who worked here at L'Oreal for 30 years. She's from Germany. My best friend Teresa, who saw me through many crises, and we support each other. My friend Rita Grotla, who started and I together Dollars for Mammogram, a great organization. I quit after 5 years because Bob had a heart attack and I didn't want to volunteer, and she's carried this forward into an amazing organization. And here's our dear friend Verna. Some of you know her. She came to Germany with me when Gudrun and Uwe had their 50th wedding anniversary. Verna is a retired nurse. She was a great tennis player. She moved to Rome, Georgia, and she spent this last Christmas with me. That was great. Of course, you know my daughter Catherine. And this is my dear friend Ilse. Ilse moved next door to us at Sawgrass when we had some houses there. She still lives there, and we've been friends since 2000. And we did the Sea Turtle Patrol together for over 20 years. And then the most important lady who introduced us to Sea Turtle Patrol is Marilyn. And this is her husband Mike, and they now live in the villages, but they live right across the water from us in Engelwood and Overbrook. And then the best neighbors that anybody could possibly want are Paul and his lovely wife Anna. And they're about the age of my children, and I feel like I have my family next door. They've been so generous to me, they help me, everything. Oh my goodness, well yes, the two airline captains here, Donna and Catherine, they met in Seattle a long time ago. They were roommates at one time in Seattle. And I would like to thank my daughter Catherine and Donna for organizing all this, and my generous daughter Catherine, who invited you all to this. Please enjoy yourself, and I'm so happy that all of you are here. I'm so humbled by it that my nieces and nephews from all over the world took the time to come here to be with me, and that really means a lot.
Karyn was 12, and I think you were
5 years old. 17.
Okay. She was living happily at home with her sister Christiana and Jochen, and my mother was in Stuttgart in school and fell in love with this army captain. Came home and told her parents she was getting married. So Karyn is 12 and going, okay, my sister who's 12 and a half years older is getting married. And that was in April 21st. And then Ingrid turns 25 in July. And then 7 months later, Heidi is born. Alles gut, And so at 12 and a half, Karyn becomes an aunt.
Yes.
Tante Karyn. And she says, no, she already told you. So I was like, I was an infant, I had no idea. So anyway, life goes on, and I see Karyn. We move to Frankfurt, and she comes to visit us, and we go to Belgium, and she sees us there. And my brother's born 17 months later, so she is full-fledged aunt, and she is now 14 and has 2 nephews and nieces. So I grew up with Karyn, and she taught me a lot when I was little. Then we moved to the States to Staten Island in the early 60s, and now Karyn is 18, and so I'm 6. And my big sister comes to live with us. Yeah. So she takes the Staten Island ferry every day to work. I go to school, we come home, we do things. And you fell in love.
I fell in love. He was a man I didn't know.
I thought he was the richest man because he drove a Corvette and he lived in a mansion. And I didn't know it wasn't his, he rented it. Because she took me there one day to drop something off, and we went upstairs, and there was, this was 1964 Five. There was a huge hot tub in the bedroom. So I was like, he is rich. So anyway, she leaves, gets married, and then eventually winds up in Seattle, so we don't see each other for a while. Fast forward 40 years, she's here. I have children, and for 10 years we came every Christmas. Yeah. So, love you, honey. Love you. Thank you. And that girl is there. Oh, Stephanie. Yeah, it's her birthday too. 60.
Yeah, so I was going to add to the story.
But I want to tell you, she's 60, but when I was 7, Stephanie was born, and her mother calls my mother, they were living in New Jersey, and says, can Heidi come and spend some time with me? I need help with the baby. So that's how the Mentzels work.
Right. So I have a picture of I'm a small baby in a little carrier, and Heidi is watching me. And somewhere in between you coming over to the States, in between that and getting married, I was born. And so when I was born, my birthday is March 17th, 1964. Karen was in the States for the first time, and she was just 20. So when I was just a little baby, she came and held me, and she was exactly 20 years older than me. So when we decided to have this party, because we are both March babies, it was like, yes, let's do that again. Let's get together. So I am just so glad to have had you in my life as my Tante Kari. And even though we lived on different coasts when I was growing up, Heidi's clothes would come to me from Philadelphia, Levittown, and then I would wear them and then send them to Seattle for care packages for Catherine and Anne. And my mother was a wonderful seamstress, so we all stayed connected, and I think that is the great gift of the Mentzel family and your generation. And so now it's our job to keep it going. So,
Meine liebe Schwester Karin, am 30. März 1944 bist du in einer kleinen Klinik in Kolberg, Hinterpommern, geboren. Ich war 4 Jahre alt und durfte dich ein paar Tage nach deiner Geburt mit meinen älteren Schwestern sehen. Danach, fast ein Jahr verging, waren wir auf der Flucht. Daran erinnere ich mich. Die Flucht begann in Stettin, unserer Heimatstadt, an der bekannten Hakenterrasse an der Oder. Ein ehemaliger Vergnügungsdampfer wurde mit Flüchtlingen beladen. Wir gehörten auch dazu. Du lagst im Kinderwagen und Christiane fand Platz in einer Sportkarre. Wir anderen 5 und unsere Mutter waren dick angezogen, denn es war Winter. Unser Bruder Hans-Dieter war nicht dabei. Er war als Hitlerjunge in Heringsdorf in Vorpommern im Einsatz. Jeder von uns trug einen Rucksack und die älteren Geschwister hatten noch Handgepäck. Unser Vater stand am Kai und winkte uns bei der Abfahrt zu. Er durfte, und das ging allen Männern so, nicht mitfahren. Sie sollten die Festung Stettin als Volkssturmmänner gegen die Rote Armee mitverteidigen. Das waren nur noch alte Männer und 14-, 15-jährige Jungen. Unser Vater als Pastor hatte viele Beerdigungen und kam deshalb nicht zum militärischen Einsatz. Wir wussten nicht, wo diese Flucht enden würde, aber einige Wochen später, es war wirklich für eine göttliche Fügung, fanden wir uns in Drechow bei Triebsee in Vorderpommern wieder. Hans-Dieter hat uns besuchen dürfen und Mutter sagte, du bleibst jetzt hier bei uns. Das war nicht ungefährlich. Die Feldjäger, die Militärpolizei, machte damals kurzen Prozess und brachte viele junge Männer um wegen sogenannter Fahnenflucht im Güterzug. Im Güterzug, der uns 3 Tage nach Buxtehude bei Hamburg brachte, versteckten wir unseren Bruder im Stroh, das im Viehwagen lag. Denn die Kettenhunde, so nannten wir die Militärpolizei, die haben ein Blechschild gehabt, Kette rum, ne? Die Kettenhunde, so nannten wir sie, betraten unseren Wagen öfters. Der Wagen war gefüllt mit Müttern, Kindern, alten Frauen und wenigen ganz alten Männern. In Buxtehude fanden wir Quartier auf einem Pastorat Boden. Zum Glück, es war April 1945, kamen die Engländer und die Stadt wurde kampflos übergeben. Damit war der Krieg für uns, Gott sei Dank, vorbei. In Buxtehude blieben wir nicht, weil unser Vater nach 2 Jahren in Emden, Ostfriesland, eine Pfarrstelle bekam. Dort sind wir aufgewachsen und waren zufrieden. Es war alles ärmlich, dadurch wurden wir aber sehr kreativ und einfallsreich. Du, liebe Karin, spieltest mit uns älteren Kindern auf der Straße, klettertest du wie wir Jungen auf die hohen Bäume und kein Zaun und keine Mauer konnten uns aufhalten. Fußball, Völkerball und viele andere Spiele belebten die Straße. Später, als wir in der beruflichen Ausbildung waren und einige ältere Geschwister studierten, trafen wir uns Weihnachten im Elternhaus in Emden und später auf der Insel Baltrum wieder. Dort, liebe Karin, wurdest du auch mit deinem Mann Bob von unserem Vater getraut und gingst mit wie unsere Schwestern Ingrid und Christiane in die USA. Du, liebe Karin, als jüngste von uns 3 Kleinen, bist mir als Schwester immer sehr angenehm begegnet. Ich kann mich nicht erinnern, dass wir uns mal gestritten haben. Mit Christiane kommt das schon mal vor. Und ich wünsche dir nochmals viel, viel Glück und alles weitere Gute im Lebensjahr und vor allen Dingen Gottes Segen.
I wish you congratulations and all the best and God's blessing for the next years of your life. Your brother.
Thank you. Thank you. He was just the most patient brother I could have asked for because he enjoyed, I think, teaching and he taught me so much. Thank you, Johan. Vielen Dank.
2 years older, Kai, he would like to be here, but it's good luck. And you know, I grabbed into the flowers and made like this all the time, and after 5 steps they were empty. Then I looked at the baskets of my brother, I took some, and some more. What are you doing? Yes, I remember that. Yes.
And
we wear the same dress, you know, you wear the dress of my
I
mother.
have to say this. Today would have been our 58th wedding anniversary. We got married Easter in 1966 in Germany.
Yes.
And that's the wedding Eva is talking about, where she was the flower girl. And yes, so it's a wonderful memory.
I climbed first time in my life a real big mountain at North Bend. It was the first time. And then you showed me this little village. A man from Germany made all these fancy Bavarian style houses. And that was the beginning when I was thinking about yodeling. And so now I bring you a birthday present because she told us all, don't bring any present. No, it's not allowed. I only want you to come. That's present enough. So therefore I brought a song for you. It's the German famous birthday yodeler, and I translated it into English. But I got some help from a native speaker. I did it first by myself, and she changed so many things. And for me, some sentences are tongue twisters. So let's see if it will work out. This yodeler is yours for your birthday, just for you. This yodel means that all I do is always think of you. Roses, tulips, heather, they do not gather. Steel is not gold, but our love will hold. This yodel is yours, and with this little song, stay healthy, a bunch of luck, and live long. This birthday party with all the Mentzels is a very special one. We've come from far and near, and we'll have a lot of fun. We celebrate your birthdays as we always do. With a glass full of moonshine, to me you're fine and true. With a glass full of moonshine, and to me you're fine and true. This yodel is yours for your birthday, just for you. This yodel means that all I do is always think of you. Roses, tulips, heather, they do not gather. Steel is not gold, but our love will hold. This yodel is yours, and with this little song, stay healthy, a bunch of luck, and live long.
Wandering around the West.
Wait for Karins.
So I was reminding everybody I'm the wastrel slacker Gen X cousin who wandered around out west for too many years. But finally, Karen took me under in Seattle. Her wing. And she held my 30th birthday for me.
Yeah, your 30th birthday party.
Oh my gosh, that was 30 years ago, right?
Well, I'm 27 years ago.
27
So she threw the birthday party for me and brought my mother up.
Yes.
We've only seen her twice in my whole life after I left home.
Yeah. It was a great party, and your mother had to behave herself. She couldn't say anything critical. She couldn't criticize you. That was the rule for her.
Yeah.
Yes, Bob said so, and I said so. Love you, Jeff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes.
In Spain. We are the Spanish branch of the Mentzel family.
Yes.
I'm sorry for my voice. It's very good today, but okay. So Erika, which is number 5 in the Mentzel brothers, obviously would have liked to be here with all of you. but she's not able to travel anymore. When we were in October 2019, in your birthday in Hamburg, that's the last time she took a plane. She never liked planes, okay? And it was actually quite difficult to make her take the plane from Almeria to Madrid and from Madrid to Hamburg. But we finally made it. But she's not traveling anymore. So again, she would have liked to be here with all of you. And she sends love, hugs, kisses to all of you. And of course also greetings from my brothers, Jorge and Cristina. Jorge does not know that I am greeting you on behalf of him, and I will tell him later. And Cristina, of course, she's very involved with our Mentzel Karins WhatsApp group and all of that. And basically the only reason why she's not here today is because it should be either me or she. So we are here, she's there. But she really would like very much to be here with all of you and sends all her love and greetings. And that's all I wanted to say, except I have a very little history to tell about Tante Karin and myself. This is a very little short story. This is like 25 years ago, 22, 25 years ago. I was working then for a US company based in Denver, Colorado. And I used to travel each year 2 or 3 times to Denver. And in one of these trips, I was changing planes. I don't know if it was Newark, if it was Atlanta, I don't know. I was just going through the terminal with my bag, rushing for the next flight, and suddenly I see a face in the middle of all the people there, which, I mean, cannot be. I mean, I see a face that reminds me of my mother, my aunt, my grandmother, and it's Tante Karin. Unbelievable. So we spent 5 minutes. I think it was all the time.
I was coming from the United States and catching a flight to Tampa, and you were flying to Denver.
Right. So we spent just 5 minutes saying, gosh, hello, how are you? How is everybody? So 2 Mentzels get together, all the families together.
Oh,
that's how it is.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karin. Happy birthday to you.
Karin, we would like to be with you, but we are always with you in our heart. Happy birthday again, and have a good time with all the family. Hugs for all.
Hugs. Many hugs. Bye.
I see the tradition being continued, and my siblings, my nieces, my nephews, my daughters, Anne is in Seattle, I'll see her in June, and that to me is the greatest gift we can give to each other. Care about your family and keep in touch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all so very much, and I am so appreciative. And thank you, Catherine and
Beautiful
Donna, for
Karin.
organizing all this. This is
I stayed with her through that summer, and the next summer they gave me a half a mile, zone 5. And my friend was on zone 4. And so when they had a meeting, Karen and Elsa came and they joined me, and they came to work on Saturday and Sunday. Well, I went on Monday and Wednesday and Friday, and 2 fellows from my neighborhood said they'd like to join also together. So they did Tuesdays and Thursdays. So every year we were all busy from May through late September usually. And we would go down early in the morning. Back then we even had to use to check out the little trails these little turtles made. I thought, how can we count all them turtle trails? Well, we did for a while. And then we had to stake how far we were from the source of the water to where the turtle nest was. We had a book that we traveled, put all kinds of stuff in it, and kept the stakes we carried in the morning with a book and a bag. And we had to write, and a hammer. And we put all kinds of details. Our stake had the zone and the number of the nest, and then we had our initials and the date. And so we knew usually within 55 days we had a hatch out. That's when our hatch out time was. One time, another couple that one of the fellows' wives and Mike and I went out on the beach with our chairs and we sat waiting for this one nest. We said, it's time for that nest coming. We want to watch that. It was a full moon. Well, after a while, a few of us got antsy and we said, let's walk the beach and see if we can see any turtles coming. Well, while we sat there, Mike and this other fellow sat there and they said, you won't believe what we saw while you were gone. A turtle came up right beside us and nested just above us. I went, oh my gosh. So you never know what's going to happen when you're on the base. We used to go down around 10:30, 11 o'clock at night and just walk the surf, and you could see these big turtle tracks come in. And we'd go up and stay away until she got to laying her eggs. And she lays about 100 of these ping pong little balls. And it's amazing to watch them. If you ever get a chance, stay away from them until you see them actually laying those eggs, because they dig a deep hole and then they lay over it and dig it and drop these eggs, and then they fill up the nest again. Yeah. And next thing you know, she raises herself, and when she drops herself, packing that sand in, you can feel it in the ground. They're like 350 pounds. They're gigantic turtles. And then after she does that, then she sprays the nest and casually walks off. Sometimes she walks quite a while, doesn't she? And a lot of times when we're down there and checking the zones, we'd find tracks come in and then the tracks went back out. So something sort of revoked the turtle from nesting, whatever it was, I don't know. But, yes. And by approaching a turtle, we'll turn around and go back. So we had some false crawls.
Marilyn, I have to tell her that she put the best parties together. She always brought something new.
Dear Karin, dear Stephanie, I want to thank you at first very much for the invitation to this gorgeous celebration. This is such a warm-hearted welcome for everybody. I want to thank you for welcoming my friend Marvin and for inviting her to the family, which is really a good feeling. Okay. It's like it's good. It's like it's good. No problem.
Sorry, my agent's calling.
Yeah, what makes me talking is the point we have figured out a little, let's say like this. We are all family. And as a speaker, trainer and coach, I use many techniques from quantum physics. And quantum physics says that the options you will step in will create our, especially mine, especially your, reality. So what have we talking about? We have been talking about family, and we have been talking about a good world, and we have been talking about problems maybe, and we have been talking about war, and we have been talking about bad things happening in the world. And going back to quantum physics, I think we can say it is only options. It is only options. And what option we step into makes us creating our reality. That's easy. That's pretty easy. The problem is to step into the option. But what we did right now here, and this is what I'm very proud of, and what I want to say thank you so much to everybody here, is we stepped into minimum the option of family. And I think this is another, let's say, initialization. Is it the right word? It's this initializing the connection of the family, the connection not only of the Mentzel family, the connection of friendship, the connection of brotherhood, maybe the connection of solidarity, whatever. Yeah, but I think this is the initial happening, the initial event, and I'm so thankful to be here and yeah, to have so many warm-hearted, good people, friends, relatives around me. I love you. Thank you very much.
Ich kann damit umgehen, ne?
Hast du es gelernt als
Ich habe richtig Möbeltischen auf der Großwurf gelernt. Ich war 3 Jahre in der Lehrwerkstatt. Das war die beste Ausbildung.
So will you?
Hold on, I gotta put this back. I gotta put this back.
So will you?
Cheers! Okay, what's that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're gonna feed the birds. Good job.
Alligator feeding.
Lauren's father in the 1890s had applied for the Homestead Act on a piece of land over on the Key, and the state awarded him 4 miles worth of land. To pay for it, it was a toll bridge, 50 cents over, 50 cents back. And that should have helped. Trouble was, back then they were only averaging 6 people a day, so $6 a day, and that takes a while to pay for a bridge. Farther so the people in the back can see. Next door to the Sandbar, the Lock and Key, the Waverly, the Wade, the Magnolias. And you can always go where the drill goes.
they are going to complain.
Da! Lasst ihn sehen. Ich hab ihn drauf, aber ganz weit weg.
Pedro was starting on the little gas room, and all the four stretchers here, just north of the Boca Grande Causeway. That's about 15 miles. None of the 4 islands have bridges. Everything's done by boats.
So many.
Go ahead. These are the small ones. These are the least ones.
Das ist angenehm mit dem Wind jetzt.
Das geht los.
Thank you.